from the CyberHub bunker and studio, you're tuning in to the CyberHub Podcast. And now for your host and CISO, James Azar.
Well, here we are, folks. Another morning. We're a bit behind schedule today, so I do apologize, but let's get into today's show because it is packed, loaded with a lot of things to go over. Welcome to the CyberHub Podcast. It's Wednesday, June 22nd, 2022. A very, very exciting show today, Friday. Also, Eric Crone will be joining me. We'll be talking about cyber certifications. You don't want to miss it. It's definitely going to be one for the books. So tune in Friday for that as well, including our trivia and some swag giveaway. So with that being said, before we get started on today's show, let's go ahead and pop one of our my famous double espressos, whatever you're drinking this morning. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it powers you on this Wednesday to crush it. Coffee cup cheers. Let's get into today's show and starting off with the Microsoft 365 outage. So Microsoft actually reveals what was going on behind their Microsoft 365 worldwide outage yesterday that was caused by an infrastructure power outage that led to traffic management servicing failovers in multiple regions. Apparently, one of their data centers, essentially data centers, had a 16-hour-long incident caused by power failure that started on Tuesday at 3:27 p.m. UTC, lasted for 16 hours. The outage was most severe for customers in Western Europe. The impact did have some also across North America, EMEA, and Asia Pacific regions. Cloudflare also had a massive outage yesterday that affected a dozen of their data centers and hundreds of major online platforms and services. Cloudflare revealed that their incident was a configuration error while implementing a change that would have otherwise increased its network resiliency. So at least they were able to pinpoint that. Adobe Reader is now shunning away security products due to compatibility issues. I'm sorry there. So Adobe Acrobat Reader is blocking certain anti-malware solutions from injecting their DLLs into its process, essentially denying them visibility and creating a security risk, according to Minerva. The behavior, which is similar to that of a suspicious malicious application, is related to the Acrobat Reader's use of Chromium Embedded Framework, which has some incompatibility issues with certain security products. Adobe Acrobat prevents security products from a total of 30 vendors from injecting DLLs, which are handling network interactions and multiple document cloud services by blocking security products from injecting their DLLs. Acrobat Reader essentially denies visibility into the processes and their child processes, creating a security risk, especially considering PDFs are a huge part of business and a huge. If you don't think that now that we've read that story, that attackers aren't updating their phishing emails to now be PDFs, targeting those 30 vendors whose security products don't work, and targeting the companies whose logos are on their websites, you're mistaken, and we're going to be talking about this for months. Newly discovered Magecart infrastructure reveals the scale of ongoing campaigns. The Magecart skimming campaign, which has had its roots in previous attacks going all the way back to November of 21, now has 2 malware domains that have been identified as hosting credit card skimmers as part of a broader infrastructure used to carry out intrusions, according to Malwarebytes. We're able to connect these 2 domains with previous campaigns from November of 21, which was the first instance to our knowledge of a skimmer checking for the use of virtual machines. However, both of them are now devoid of VM detection code. It's unclear why the threat actors removed it. Perhaps it caused more issues than benefit. Magecart is a cybercrime syndicate comprised of dozens of subgroups that specialize in cyber attacks involving digital credit card theft. They simply inject JavaScript code on e-commerce platforms and in checkout pages in order to skim those credit cards, then go on fake shopping sprees. So a big piece there. Europol busts the phishing gang responsible for $1 million of losses. Europol on Tuesday announced the dismantling of an organized crime group that dabbled in phishing, fraud, scams, and money laundering activity. The cross-border operation involved law enforcement authorities from Belgium and the Netherlands, saw the arrest of 9 individuals in the Dutch nation. The suspects were between 25 and 36 from Amsterdam, Alamari, Rotterdam, and I can't say that last name, and a 25-year-old woman from Deventer, according to a statement from the National Police Force. Also confiscated as part of the 24-hour searches were firearms, ammunition, jewelry, designer clothing, watches, electronic devices, tens of thousands of euros in cash, and crypto, according to officials. Another one bites the dust. The bust comes less than a month after Europol went from literally from the end of the world all the way through, from Australia to the US and everything in between, and a major bust as well. And finally, President Joe Biden on Tuesday signed into law 2 pieces of legislation that will enhance cyber coordination with state and local government and strengthen the federal cyber workforce, according to the White House. The measures are the latest attempt by policymakers to tackle the fallout from the massive solar, winds, and colonial pipeline. The bipartisan State and Local Government Cybersecurity Act will allow CISA to offer state and local actors access to upgrade digital security tools and procedures. It also boasts a multi-state information sharing and analysis center, and ISAC, essentially, and another MSI. It'll boost the ISAC to help prevent and respond to future digital incidents. The president also signed off on the Federal Rotational Cyber Workforce Program Act, essentially rotating federal employees across different civilian agencies in order to gain more skills. The federal government started to make some move on workforce development there, folks. Quick show today. I told you, right at it. All right. We'll be back tomorrow to wrap up this week. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Thank you all for tuning in. Please make sure to subscribe. Tune in Friday with Eric Crone. We're going to be talking about cyber certifications. Do you really need them? Not need them. I know a lot of people have been talking about it. Eric kind of has a unique perspective to it, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. So, Security Gang, tune in Friday. Tune in tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. Sorry for the delay today. Most importantly, stay cyber safe.
We love feedback, so make sure to connect with us on social media and subscribe to our podcast on your favorite podcast listening platform.